Hey, 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 welcome back. Welcome back to the Scorpio channel. My name is Laura. If you're new to my channel, I'm going to do a general message for Scorpio. Know that energy is fluid, roles could be reversed. Just interpret the message as it best resonates with you. Also know on this channel and all my channels, I like to dive deep within the reading. So I look at everything, but we take time to look at the spiritual blocks, the shadows, to see how they play out as karmic themes to help you understand why everything's playing out the way that it is. Really important when we're dealing with, you know, past life karmic mates, people that come into our life that are more lessons than anything else. We can tend to confuse the past life karmic mate with a twin flame because the chemistry is so intense and strong, and there's this real strong spiritual connection, ESP, through the heart and mind. So there's a familiarity, and that person just feels like home, feels familiar. Problem is that past life karmic mate means that there were lessons that you didn't learn in a past life. They're coming back into this life to pretty much try to learn the lesson. It's not that the person doesn't have feelings, the person needs healing. So people that need healing, you know, have sabotaging behaviorisms and do things, that are just, like I said, sabotaging. So it's really important for you to be able to see and recognize what's going to happen before it kind of happens. And you can do that by having discernment, by learning about, you know, like I said, the signs, which I like to share within my readings. I don't like to just look at, like I said, what your person did do and what they're going to do, though those that's really important. I like to look again at everything. Again, because once you see everything, you can't unsee it. And if it's not in alignment with what you want over time, you just can't. You're ready to let that energy go. A lot of times we feel like we're corded to someone that we don't even want to like anymore. We don't even know why we have a connection. And so understand, without alchemizing that energy, there's still a cord. So you can learn it, but until you embody a new consciousness, you don't really see yourself differently. You can't see the experience differently. And so you're still living the same reality, right? There's many different realities that play it at one time. Well, your shadows tell you that you're living pretty much a reality that you don't like. So, like I said, we're going to dive deep. Anything of any importance or relevance, you know where to find it. It's in the description box. If you resonate with the video, give it a like, subscribe, do all that good stuff. It's good karma. All right. And don't forget about the outer spirit bracelets. Oh, I'm wearing the minis today, but there's the big ones. You guys get 35% off. So you can give the gift of healing this holiday with crystal jewelry. All right, let's see. The word of the video is invincibility. Let's pull another one. I like that energy. That's good energy. It's going to sound crazy. And anger. Well, you know what it is? It's like, I feel like a lot of people don't give you credit. They don't give you credit for like who you are, that you really are a strong human being. And it seems like you've gone through a lot within your life. And so I feel like you're coming into a good season, believe it or not. And so the energy is almost like you're coming into your own, you're coming into your own season. Good things are going to start to happen for you, whether that's within business, just your life in general. And I feel like it is pissing people off. And you say, why would that happen? Why would the underlining energy be that? Well, it's like a karmic test. It's almost like, are you going to choose you, or are you going to get caught up in that energy that you can feel that people aren't really happy, but it's not, you know, when you step into your own power, you're no longer easily manipulated. People aren't going to be able to utilize your energy for what they can utilize it for. So if people are imbalanced and they, were able to perceive you through this lower consciousness, meaning like you're not deserving of it. I'm more superior than you because of their perception, then they don't feel guilty. But if you show a person that you're someone else, that you're very strong, but the way that you're strong is not someone that's very overly emotional either. You show that you're strong by being like emotionally intelligent, by not reacting. And I feel like, meaning, like, I feel like you might have been someone that used to emotionally react when you were younger. You don't do that anymore. There's a sense, again, that you're strong. You know that there are these people that are surrounding you for whatever reason. They are not happy about whatever this stage is that is coming to you. You're about to enter into a good life in the sense that you're invincible, because there's a lot of things have happened, whether that was like loss of friends, a death, a change of job, like a lot of things happened which were tests, and like you've kind of passed that test. So the underlining energy is really you. So we have to see how that's affecting your person, because it shows me then you're not really thinking about anyone, you're thinking about you. And that means you took your power back from everyone, and that's why people would be angry. So let's see how that's affecting your person that you're thinking about. Let's look at the hidden truths. Okay, we'll look at some hidden truths. So in this way we don't know, and see what they're going to do. All right. A good shuffle. All right, let's see. I can't stop thinking about you. Well, isn't that, it's not uncommon when you have a spiritual connection and all of a sudden you cut the energy off because you're thinking about yourself. Now this person can't feel you. So that's going to trigger this person, to perceive, I look for you everywhere. So it's almost like this person's hoping that maybe they can bump into you. Maybe they could. There's a sense that I feel like this person's afraid to like call you or talk to you, but it's almost like if they bumped into you, they could see whether or not you're going to be angry, whether or not they could read you better. I feel like your boundaries are up. This person can feel that because they can't feel you. And so there's an energetic wall almost like put up. And I feel like that's what happens when you begin to co-create and choose yourself. The divine begins to protect you, and that's really, what it is. I hid who I really was from you. So there's a sense that this person never really let you get in that close. And war masks, I feel like, a person that's not very strong with themselves is going to create a facade to make themselves look more successful, to make themselves seem more happy, have more of an interesting life, and not spend that much time with you. Acted almost like I could take you or leave you, even though this person really cared about you and that wasn't their life either. It's like their life was more average. And when a person does it, that means that they feel inadequate. I left you before you could leave me. So I feel like this person stopped giving you the energy because, hey, well, eventually you kept asking. You started to have, again, boundaries. You wanted things. And like I said, this person wasn't going to let you in that close. They hid who they really were from you, which is so stupid. Person pretends to be someone that they're not in fear that you're going to leave if you see who they really are, only to make you leave because they can't let you in that close. See, this is how this person had self-sabotaging behavior and made a self-fulfilling prophecy, come to life. you're only going to leave me when you see who I am, because I don't like who I am. So because I don't really like who I am, I'm going to, I have to make myself seem more superior, act like I don't really care. And that's, again, when a person lives in their own reality. They're living their own reality. I love you unconditionally. I think that the person like may not use those words. They just know, hey, like I've tried to walk away from this. You make me mad. You make me like feel all different feelings. And what I realize is either way, I still have feelings for you. And that's because love, real love, that's a soulmate love, is unconditional. That's why there's a fine line between love and hate, because when a person is wounded, well, they're going to do everything underneath their, power to get underneath your skin to make you react. But here it is, you're not reacting. You're in an energy like, hey, you're invincible. Like you're not stopping. Whatever it is that you're going for, you're going to get it. And there's people that can see it and they're not happy about it. And so you're like, I don't care. It's like, it's about time. And God is saying, that's right. You don't get up and ask for greatness. You just get up and take it, because no one will give it to you if you ask for it. And it's like, understand, people will treat you the way they, you feel about yourself. And this person doesn't feel good about themselves. Yes, they overcompensated. That's a second chakra imbalance. That's when a person, again, they overcompensate to make you perceive. Or when a person gives very little and undercompensate. We can come from a place of balance because we're strong within ourselves when we're, have created ourselves. It's the belief that makes this person do what they do. And I only say that because, hey, they have feelings. It's not like they don't have feelings. The timing just wasn't right for us. Well, I feel like, again, the timing wasn't right because this person comes from a lower energy. It was easier for them to, stay in that energy. I want to tell you how I feel. Now, that's a big deal, because this person, I don't think that has ever really been transparent before, and they hid who they are from you. So this is a big deal, that they want to be vulnerable. It took a long time for them to get to this place, and it means, again, you're holding firm. It's, again, your energy's on you. And Spirit says, remember, keep it on you. Not because you want this person to come back, but understand they're coming back. And they're going to come back and they're going to try. But the key needs to be, don't abandon yourself, because this person's not 100% healed just because they're coming back. It means that they're healing. You're making them hold to a certain standard. And that's what soulmates do. That's what past life karmic mates do. See, you didn't eat the karma. You're actually making this person eat the karma. But you're making them eat the karma because they have to heal. You want to come back. You love me unconditionally. You want to talk to me. Well, yeah, I'm not going to talk to you. You got to do all the fucking work. Don't expect me to do anything, because I'm not going to do anything for you, because I didn't break it. I didn't break it. I'm not fixing it. And there's an energy there. There's a wall where this person has to come back with head and, hand, or heart and hand, or whatever the phrase that is, and they have to be vulnerable. That's a big deal. And so Spirit says, I don't care whether you take this person back or not. I care whether they, revert back to their original energy of unconditional love, because whether or not you take them back or not, they've learned, because they're going to do it. But if they lose you, they learned that they know exactly what they did to lose you. And if you don't, again, and you actually have forgiveness with this person, well, you still have to hold to a certain standard, because they're not on your vibration. This person saying, like, you came closer than anyone. So again, they want to tell you how they feel. They're still not 100%. Like you said, this person just has a lot of fear that you're leaving them behind, because you're invincible. Whatever it is that you're going after, people can feel it. Your eyes are focused. This is you coming into your own. This is your season. And this person is can feel it. People can see it, like I said, and it's bothering people. It's making people angry. Well, it's making this person, like I said, like have to be uncomfortable. They have to look at how they treated you. They have to say, and what you see is they're still struggling with their ego. They want to tell you, they're like, I should have showed you, I should have told you how I felt, because this never even had a chance because I gave nothing. And that's why you're not giving anything. That's what you're making this person look at. And so they remember every detail of that day. Again, they replay the conversation over and over and over in their head. So you might have told them too, hey, listen, if you don't give me anything and you're not going to be here and you don't act the way that you're supposed to, I'm not going to be here. And you gave this person ch- chance after chance after chance, and you left. Then this person, by the time that they realized that you left, because they thought it was a game at first, they didn't come and apologize. What this person did is, well, I'm going to wait for a sign from you. I screwed up, but I'm going to wait for a sign from you because I don't want to be vulnerable. I don't want to apologize. I don't want to show, and that's where they sabotage themselves, because they should have came back and apologized. But the problem is that they didn't think that there was going to be a problem. They didn't think that. And the problem is that they want to feel that way again. It's like, oh, because there's a feeling. It's not you thought you knew it all. Your ego was telling you what was going to happen, and you lied and you created this persona. And at the end of the day, you were like, I don't care if you're a billionaire, like, or you have a lot of money and you live with, like, I don't care. It's like, because you're not in my life. So again, the facade, the illusion, like this person wanted you to chase them. That's what it seems like. Because again, creating the facade that never really let you in, and that's not really who you are. So they never really knew who you are, And so this person, again, they're saying, I love you, but they're afraid to contact you. Like I said, this person wants to talk to you, but they want to bump into you. They look for you everywhere, remember? So they're hoping, like, maybe, so again, in their ego still, not healed, not on your vibration. Are they healing? Yes, this is the process. But understand, most likely by the time they actually get it together, it's going to be too late, because this person knows a lot of time that is their fault, but they blame you because they're not going to be vulnerable. And that's the issue. So, and they're not going to show anything. So when people mention you, if you have friends with this person, for those of you that have friends with this person doesn't react. Again, they don't show any emotion. So they know if they are going to fix this, they have to come back and they have to be vulnerable. They have to ask, and they're thinking about it, but they're fighting themselves. They're not 100% there. So it's not until a person surrenders the ego do they really love unconditionally. This person realizes that they love, but they're still wrestling like, no, it's going to be my way. It's going to be my way. Just like how I created the facade, I'm going to still lie. I'm still not going to be 100% true. And that is what makes them lose you. And this is a past life karmic mate, which means, hey, they had a few opportunities, a few lifetimes by now. They should have gotten it right this lifetime. That's what it is. It's like when the chemistry is that strong, because I feel like you don't look at this person the same way. You're not going to. Like, and they're like, I hope you can forgive me one day, because they know, and the thing is, this person loses himself for a while, but in the bottom line is they knew exactly what they were doing when they were doing it. And it's like, and so do they have feelings? Yes, they have feelings, but it's still ego. Are they ever going to get it together? I mean, listen, if it's not in this reading, you like, again, like, no, this person, like, it's not being clear. It's like, oh, I don't really feel like, I feel like this person's going to be in the victim state consciousness for a little while. Meaning, like, if I can't bump into you and I can't make it easy, like, where I don't put myself 1,000% out there. Like, listen, they would have to come back head in hand, like they with their tail between their legs, and be humble and apologize. Their ego is still too big. So this person's still like, I never meant to hurt you. I'm sorry. I hope you could forgive me one day. All this, but they're not saying, I'm going to come back. And it's because, listen, I was the wrong one. So I would actually have to apologize, and not just apologize, but show you changed behavior. That's where this person has a problem. And I say that because the ego, when the ego is thinking about, well, what does this look like for me? Really? I mean, and that's the thing. It's like, you're not going to like not hold to a certain standard. And that's what this person knows. And it's like I said, they would have to step it up to twin flame level, meaning, hey, guess what? You don't know what you're doing. You're a fuck up in this department when it comes to emotional intelligence and relationship, but you want to learn. Your intention is you want to learn. That's when the twin flame comes into your life. It's like, you could be a horrific business person. You don't even know how to make a nickel for yourself, and you wind up with somebody that knows how to make money. It's so like it's their language. It's so easy, and they're getting you. They're your other half. You're like, oh, I was never good in these aspects of life. This person's very good at. This person doesn't want to do the work. They want to stay in that low vibration. And that's what a twin flame is ready to step it up. It's you hold a person to their standards. So you were supposed to actually, this person was actually supposed to step it up, like you said, in this lifetime, which tells me I feel like you're getting someone else. They're going through physical and emotional ascension symptoms. They need rest from a higher perspective. They're releasing old energy. So, regardless, they're still healing because, hey, things are changing. You don't have control over everything, but their inner child needs healing first. So, this person still has a lot of healing to do. I've hurt you and I'm sorry. I hope you can forgive me again. Some remorse. What we see is this person feels really bad about how they treated you, but I think it's because they see who you are now. God hid who you are. It was like, I don't like trust this person because you're coming into your own. Remember, things are happening for you, and this person didn't really see you the way that God made you, and maybe it wasn't you weren't in your full energy. And now that you're invincible, now everyone can see who you are, and people aren't liking it. And now this person is like, oh my God, why didn't I see it? Why didn't I see it? And Spirit said, because you were shady. That's why. I didn't show you that side of that person. I showed you the side that, that was human, too human for you, that you don't like all that emotion. But now you see the other side of this person. And so they wanted to send you a message today, but they're afraid to. They don't know if you want to hear from them. And that's why I said they're going to try and bump into you. Like, of course, they know that you would rather hear them pick up the phone or come to your house like a human being. Oh, no, they're not going to do that because, again, they're not on a high vibration. So, that's the problem. It's like insecure. And understand that you trigger this person because the connection, the spiritual connection. So they're like, sometimes you trigger me because I see you like seeing inside my head. I feel like you're speaking to me in my head, and I want to know how much are you seeing what's going on. What do you see what's going on? And understand that's because this person doesn't like themselves. So you're watching them, you're thinking about what they're thinking about, you know what they're gonna do. It's again, that's a little too scary because again, that spiritual connection. And this person often feels abandoned. So that's why they abandon people. What comes around goes around. And really they abandon by not showing up for themselves. And so they give energy away to people in their life, that so their family, I feel like they give too much power to the people, and that's a second chakra imbalance, meaning like people like in their life that could, their mother or their brother, or it's people that, you know even a karmic, like too much power to the people that are actually in their life, and and then not letting other people that should be in their life. So it's like they have no balance, they have no boundary, they have no identity, they have no. And that's, like I said, that second chakra, which is our identity. When we're putting our energy towards things that we love and we're becoming ourselves, we meet people and we set boundaries. So it's not that we give too much power to anyone. We're able to be standing in our power and be balanced and have discernment on who has power. People treat people, the way that they're treated. And if this person doesn't treat themselves right, unless their family have too much energy, anyone that comes into their life sees that. And so it's like, again, like they're just keeping themselves like stuck. And a lot of times it's the environment that does that also, that's supportive. And that's what this is saying. This is person's learning to set boundaries because, hey, now they're looking at you and they're saying, I have feelings for you. And they would like, I'd love to bump into you and, see whether or not you have feelings for me, whether you want to talk to me or not. And I can wiggle my way back in. That's this person, understand. It's like that. And so, they just feel like that. It's like they just feel like that they watch you and they see that you like interactive in your life. They like how you have friends and how I feel like you're not codependent. That's what it is. This person always gets into codependent relationships. You're not codependent. You're very strong on your own. It's like, again, you're invincible. You're creating your own life. Things are going to open up for you, and that's very sexy, that's very attractive. And they're like, well, that's what I like to do. I like to, I'm good with business too, and I like to help people in my community also, and I like to. So they're seeing like, I've possibly always gone for weak people, where it was easy that they got what they wanted, but they never wanted what they got once they got it. You know what I'm saying? Because it wasn't any worth. And that's not saying that a person isn't worth, but it's, how much a person loves themselves. If they're invested in themselves, they're going to be a good partner because, why are they going to be with a person that they're not going to nurture if they don't, you know what I mean? It's like, it doesn't work that way, but you have to embody that energy too to be the magnet for it. And this is what this person's seeing is like, well, I I can see myself with you. I can see how we would make a good thing, but they wouldn't look at any of that before. And that's the thing. This person goes into their old patterns because they get triggered. So they have a lot of healing and they're down deep. They're like, they don't even know if you're going to come back to them after everything that they've done. Now, we didn't even look at what they did. Remember, we started off. So, I mean, I can assume it was just not give enough, but we'll pull a few cards, for it. But I don't see this person coming back. I see them trying to bump into you. That's their way of coming back, by the way, and then they'll be like, I'm going to take it from there. If you're good, then, and if you're not. And guess what? If they think that you're not going to be good, well, they're going to do something to try and trigger you. This is this lower energy, remember. So don't react. Whatever they say to you, give nothing because this person is coming to read you. Your best thing is to be like, hi, yeah, good to see you. Hold on a second. pick up your phone and be like, oh, it was really good to see you. I can't, I gotta go. I got a phone call. And then move away, give them nothing so that they're like, I don't really know. I have to say something. Even if you're going to say no, it's like, because what they're trying to do is, again, read you, trigger you, get you to react so they don't have to, again, give anything. And that's how you know they're on a lower vibration and they're still a karmic and not ready to step it up to be the twin flame. They failed. Again, unfair, kept out. So again, that's what it was like being in a connection with this person. Never accountable, like, and that just typical low vibration, forgotten about. Yeah, this person wanted you to chase them. They wanted you to convince them, and that's not what happened. And so they didn't see you for who you were. And that's because spirit was hiding that. It's like, no, I'm not going to show them that part of you. I'm going to show them the soft part of you, the nice part of you, the person that they think is naive, the person that they think is weak. That's who I'm going to show them. I'm not going to show them a person that they would want to be with, because I want them to expose themselves. It's, again, so that they learn. And the learning is, I could have been in a great relationship. I have love for this person. I have passion for this person. But, all my fuckery got me into it. It's, again, where there's love, but it's too overwhelming sometimes for this person because they're not ready for it. That's why. It's not about you. It's about them, is Spirit saying. So that's where they are. I mean, if you bump into them and you're nice, you can be back with them, but understand that you'll be always irritated because this person will never be accountable. This is their time to really be accountable and to apologize and to come in correct and, and really do things proper. And they're trying to bump into you. They're still trying to strategize. They're still trying to, and you'll never be satisfied. And to be in a relationship with someone that makes you mad all the time is not healthy. Just saying. It's what creates cancer. So I'm just going to let you know. Everything happens in the spiritual realm before it happens in the physical realm. To be angry with someone that is like that can't show up for you, can't be accountable. And you have to say, then why did I attract this person? What am I supposed to learn? What is the whole point? That I stay mad. The Spirit says you have to do something with that anger, first of all, because this energy would make you angry. Because, again, any chance they had to fix it, they chose not to. They made that self-fulfilling prophecy come true for themselves. And so, but Spirit says it happened for a reason, to trigger you, to bring that childhood wound up so you can look at it and now to alchemize it. You can't just leave it there. Otherwise, you don't embody anything different. That the whole point is that you have to embody a new consciousness to see a different version of yourself. Again, no safety and security because of trauma. But hey, you have a gift of resilience. You're a truth speaker. The innocence was robbed. Again, that psychic ability because of the abuse. But when children go through abuse and trauma, they can't really, they don't feel safe. And again, if it's within the household, they're conditioned then to believe that the world's not safe, especially if it's a mother or father that's doing that. You know what I mean? And it could be the trauma, it could be psychological, it can be emotional, it could be physical, but it's abuse. And the body, the mind doesn't know the difference. It just knows abuse. It's like, I'm not safe. I'm not safe. I'm not strong within myself. So children need to go out and play because they dream. That's why we ask a child, so what do you want to be when you grow up? And they dream and they imagine it. How does a person become a prodigy at something? Well, they start doing it in their childhood. And it's that they're disciplined, they have the love, they have the support, they have the security, the safety and the security. So we see a lot of root chakra imbalance here. That when we don't feel safe and secure, then we have a lack of connection to the physical body, the physical world, the physical elements of the physical world. But understand, safety doesn't come from trusting anyone else except for trusting yourself, because God's inside of you. However, when you're a child, you are dependent on your parents. And again, if there's abuse, and abuse could be, hey, I didn't go through the abuse, but my mother did, my father did. You can inherit the abuse. Your parents could have inherited the abuse from what their parents had went through, and then brought that abuse into the house through the habits and behaviorisms that were adapted from the abuse that their parents taught them, because we become creatures of our environment. That's why. So again, we become the trauma. We don't, again, instead of playing, you find your passion for life through playing, through discovering, through becoming. You always know, no one knows what they're doing. Everyone's figuring it out, and they figure it out by, it's a faith walk. Instead of you putting the energy out there the best way that you know how. We give and receive of love through your free will. Understand, whatever it is that you love, you become what you love by embodying that energy. That's playing. You become yourself. You create yourself. You get the story of who you think you are, then there's a real story of who you truly are. And that's by creating yourself, and that's through going out and playing and finding yourself. Otherwise, children just are, they're abuse. Because it's, again, I like, you have low self-esteem, then a child doesn't feel safe. They don't feel safe, secure in their body. They don't try, because there's no nurturing, there's no guidance, there's no support. The innocence is robbed. Again, where child is supposed to be taught that the world is safe, that, again, there's a little bit of fairy tale, in childhood. We believe in Santa Claus, we believe in the Easter Bunny, we believe in, you know and children are supposed to believe in miracles, and they're supposed to be able to dream and become. But what happened here is you still dreamed and become, but that was through escaping, because children can't run away. They're stuck in the abuse, whether that's a anger, resentment, because parents aren't happy in their own relationship, so they take it out on their children, or whether there was just chaos, whatever the reason. Sometimes it's what was going on in the environment. Think about how many kids were born into COVID, and having both parents at home without enough money, without enough, that's all inherited karma that they were conditioned to believe. We're not taught. It's not just to be taught. We can know that the world's abundant, but we could feel that the world is not abundant because we lived where there wasn't enough. That energetic template needs to be cleared and integrated. And so the way a child deals with it is they check out. It's that I have to be here, but it's like I'm going to be in my imagination because it's not safe. It's not safe to be here. And so again, the innocence is still robbed. You still have those spiritual blockages from the trauma. It's not like you don't. It's just they become suppressed and then repressed energy. So, and that energy is, I'm not safe. And spirit says, when you have that energy, you're going to attract people that, again, are a little shady. They're going to, again, tell you that, guess what? You're not safe around those people, but you're always safe because you have to listen to your own discernment. And you can be like, well, I don't trust myself. And spirit says, well, you're always a truth speaker. So that's, again, that means that there's a detachment from you and your physical body, which happens again when you've gone through trauma when you're a kid, because you can't be in your head and be in your body at the same time. You're, again, in your brain, not present anymore. You have to get back into the present moment, and that's back to the physical body. Again, because you are someone that's very psychic and intuitive, you cannot not be growing up in this type of an environment. Also, not feeling safe and secure, because children don't logic, they intuit. It's again because it's their children. They're gonna feel like an animal feels. It's a survival mechanism. It's what becomes enhanced from living around abuse. And so spirit says, so that's a you issue, that you're not connected to the physical body. And so you're going to get a person that comes into your life, and they're going to again be pouring it on with connection to the physical body, and understand spirit saying it's like you have to heal the trauma before you can actually really attract a person into your life. So going through this and standing firm, being invincible, and getting what you want and walking into a new life is the integration process. Understand spirit saying it's like you have to, but that's the karmic test. They don't want you to alchemize the energy, but that's where you're going. You're the alchemist, and people feel it. It's like you're going to take all that negative energy with the people that don't want, and you're going to create with it, because that's what you're supposed to do with it. God says it's that emotional energy. It makes shit happen, especially when you're a truth speaker and you're an empath. Oh yeah, people don't like that energy because it's, scary energy. It's like you're gonna get exactly what you want because it's very focused, that's when you meet your tribe. You're gonna get support. Don't worry. You're gonna lose some people, but who cares? They weren't meant to be in your life anyway. As you upgrade and evolve, certain people are not supposed to be in your life. So don't be alarmed when you see them fall out of your life. As we evolve and heal, we don't do it at the same rate as some people. And then go into the unknown, because guess what? That's when you're going to really find who you are. It's again because guess what? The environment is going to help you see who you are. They're not going to treat you the same way that some of these people treat you that don't want to see you happy. They're going to treat you again for who you are today. Those people want to keep you small. They wanted to keep you again believing that you're not worthy, being stuck in the abuse, being stuck in that, abandonment, being stuck in not emotionally getting that support. But spirit says, but you're giving it to yourself. And so you're alchemizing that energy. And so, of course, good things are going to happen. The universe says it's again, you're on your soul's calling, and understand you're moving into infinite possibilities, and that's what you're supposed to be doing. That's when you know that you fully alchemize the energy, and now all you can do is, stop and say, I'm pretty strong. I'm a strong individual. Acknowledge what you've already gone through. Like Spirit's saying, hey, if you have one time thought that you were weak, guess what? You're not very weak. You're strong, and you're powerful, and that nothing can stop you, because there's no separation between you and me. God says, I'm inside of you with a gift of spirit. You imagine it, help you create it. I give you that supernatural energy where you're invincible once you get your mind right, and you know your worth. And that's the thing. People didn't want you to know your worth. Spirit says to truly honor the source of your being, live from the flow of your heart, which is what you're doing. It's like what's true to you. Anything forced will not have a good or happy consequence. So we know we don't have to go with the flow, and we go with the flow of life through the passion for life. You can always feel what is right for you. And Spirit says it's okay to make mistakes. Forgive yourself. Don't be too hard on yourself during these times. And Spirit says, and when you understand really that there's no such thing as death, it's just a different layer of consciousness, that we never die. You can drop all your fears, because what is we really fear is death. So, I mean, to me, unless you're not living from your true essence, which is becoming yourself. When you become yourself, the focus, you're not even thinking about dying, because you're looking to where you want to go, what you want to do, what you want to become. And that's how you manifest. That's how you're able to see out of your third eye what will happen for you, because you're in the present moment, you're giving and receiving of love, and you're able to then see what the universe is, like I said, going to bring you, because your plan is good, but remember, the universe's plan is better, and it's always going to help you to bring you what you need to, and that's the best part. You don't have to worry about how is it going to happen. You just start where you are, and when the student is ready, the teacher appears. One door closes as another door opens. It doesn't mean you don't try. It means that you're playing, you're enjoying, you're out there. And that's what makes you invincible, because you're willing to try, and you're willing, by trying, you're saying, I believe. And that's what it is. And so Spirit leaves you off with serenity through love. Release and inner work, no peace. Have a gentle view of life and welcome every step with confidence, and remain brave in the face of fear, and have the wisdom to let the universe do its work, meaning that, again, we can't control. And if it takes you out of your peace of mind, it shouldn't be in your life. That it's, again, that's your greatest tool, because when you have peace of mind, you're just open to receiving. We don't force anything. We're able to just go out and play. And it's about just allowing your unfoldment process to happen. And Spirit saying, and the universe does the rest. And that's why good things are going to happen for you, because you're willing, you're dropping, again, that energy, especially that energy, because that energy is so immature. Like I said, you'd never be happy. You would be aggravated all the time. And that's their karma, because when they look back on it, they're going to say, I hid who I was. I wasn't ready. I did this. I didn't come back. I was even trying to strategize towards the very end. You don't want that. No one's got time for that. I'm going to leave that there. You let me know how you resonated. If you liked the video, give it a like, subscribe to the channel. And if you're into shadow healing coaching, check out my shadow healing coaching program. All right. Until next time, be true to you. Bye-bye.